Hello my little lovebirds, TonyaTko here, and right now I'm practicing some very bad video taking techniques because the light is behind me, but I just wanted you guys to be able to see the beautiful landscape that I see. So I'm going to zoom in a moment. That should brighten it up, and then I'll turn the camera. But I wanted to be outside for this conversation because this is a tough one. We're going to talk about vagina care again. I received a letter from a young man who asked me for advice on how to tell his girlfriend that her vagina smells. So I posed the question on Facebook, so I decided to make a video about it because there were so many answers. I tried to find out from the ladies how they would like the subject broached to them. And I don't normally get a lot of questions from men. So I definitely want to be able to address this in video form today, and then come back tomorrow. I'm going to talk to the ladies about the best time to catch a man, okay? So listen, I'm just going to give you guys a quick view so I could change the camera. But there is St. Kitts in the distance. Can you see that? St. Kitts in the distance and the sea out that way. So are you guys ready? We're going to get into the video today. All right, let me see if I change it this way, will the light be better? All right. Oops. And then my fuzzy microphone is right there. Okay. All right, so let's not further delay. We're gonna get right into it. Number one, ladies. Okay, this video. How do I tell my girlfriend her vagina smells? All right, number one, listen, the vagina is a self-cleaning organ, but I want everyone out there to please keep in mind that the vagina is very delicate and it's very temperamental, so you have to treat it very kindly and with special care, and understand that the vagina is on the inside. So you have to be very, very careful with it. And number one, vaginas are not supposed to smell malodorous. They are not supposed to have a smell, a stench, an odor. A vagina should be very natural and very clean and fresh smelling. I mean, it may smell like butter flavored popcorn, so I've heard. Okay, listen, okay. Rewind and cut that out. Let's cut that part out, okay? Listen, the vagina should have a pleasant smell. It should not have an odor or anything that is offensive. The vagina does clean itself. It regulates itself. The discharge that comes out, it maintains a balance of healthy bacteria inside the vagina, and the vagina takes care of itself, so you don't have to worry about douching and all that other stuff. No. And sometimes plain soap and water just doesn't do it if there is a problem. Remember that the vagina is very sensitive, so keep in mind, if you take antibiotics, you're going to get a yeast infection. Other things that throw off the natural balance of the vagina is tight jeans, tight pants, tight underwear, having a thong pressed up and slid in between there, jammed up against your vagina all day long, cutting off its circulation of air. That's another thing. And then wiping wrong. And I showed you guys in the video, Vagina Care 101, how to wipe, and I'm going to demonstrate again in this video a little bit later on. So I want to make this video very quick, get right to the point. Number one, if your girlfriend has a smelly vagina, or a vagina that smells malodorous, she could have an STD. Let me just take a quick segue. When I spoke with the people, when I posted it on Facebook, there were some people who said, oh, get her some soap, get her a gift basket, be subtle about it, buy her some perfumes, or, tell her let's take a shower together. Sometimes a shower may not be enough. Like I said, the vagina is a self-cleaning organ, and if it doesn't smell like sweat, if it smells like sweat, oh yes, let's take a shower. But if it smells like fish, if there's some clumpy or some strange discharge, if it's grayish or greenish or anything like that, there's a problem. there's some sort of infection. It could be an STD, a sexually transmitted infection, or it could be something like bacterial vaginosis or a yeast infection where the distribution of yeast is thrown off inside the vagina. Oh, that sun is going down fast and furious behind me. Let me turn this way, and then I might turn back around once the sun goes all the way down. I might turn back around, but I definitely want to be. Oh, that lighting is pretty. Have you guys noticed I've gone up like 10 shades in color? That's what I'm talking about. Without sunburn, y'all. Okay, so listen, if you know, it might be something like a yeast infection where the natural balance of yeast inside, there could be an overgrowth of candida inside the vagina. So it's more serious than just grabbing a quick shower, or it could be more serious than that. If there is a malodor in the vagina, it needs to be taken care of immediately. Ladies, I need you to become familiar and comfortable with your body, so that when something is thrown off, you'll know. Because don't try to pretend like it's not there. Listen, be familiar with your body. Don't try to pretend, oh, maybe he won't notice. Honey, he notices, and he's gathering information and forming an opinion about you because of this. Please be on top of your hygiene, ladies. So listen, I wanted to talk to the men. I'm going to give you three different ways to tell your girl that her vagina smells, right? But number one, ladies, I wanted to tell you some ways to minimize, you know, problems that may occur inside your vagina. Talk to your boyfriend. Tell him to wash his hands before he touches you down there. I mean, imagine, you wouldn't want a doorknob or some car keys inside your vagina. I mean, just imagine, people touch doorknobs all day long. They touch steering wheels. If you wouldn't want that inside your vagina, you have to definitely, you know, tell him, oh, hold on, honey, you know, go wash your hands. And then also, men, semen may throw off the scent of the vagina, you know, the body chemistry, etc. Minimize your wearing of tight jeans. Let your vagina breathe. When you are on your cycle, change your pad regularly, 3 to 4 times, or every 3 to 4 hours, you know, depending on how heavy your flow is. But be comfortable and be aware of yourself. Get some baby wipes, or they even have wipes from adult companies where you can definitely wipe yourself while you're not only menstruating, but after you use the bathroom. Wash your vagina daily. And I brought out a sample of some Summer's Eve. This is a bottle that I found on here. This is not the one that I normally use. This is a bath and shower gel. They have different consortium of a special type of soap in there that I found has really helped keep my vagina fresh and clean. And I'm going to show you guys some different types of underwear. I'm going to show you the difference between cotton and synthetic underwear to give you an idea of different types of undergarments that you can wear, which can minimize the growth of bacteria down there. But here we go. I'm going to give, without further ado, I'm going to tell the men the 3 different ways that you can broach this. And you know, and I agree with all of the people on Facebook that say that you have to be direct. Now, if you're going to be engaging in sexual intercourse with a person, I mean, what is more intimate than intercourse? If you're going to be having sex with a person, you should be able to talk with them. So number one, if you want to be subtle about it, tell her, have you noticed a change in your vagina lately? You know, and then, you know, open up dialogue with her about that. Another way, number 2, is be direct and upfront. Say, I've noticed a scent in your vagina, and I was doing some research on the internet, and it says that, you know, certain types of scents, if there's a change in a scent, it could be an indication of some sort of infection. You know, vaginas are very sensitive, blah blah blah, you know, along that route. And then the winner the winning approach goes to a young lady I went to high school with named Tanine, and she says to put your finger in the woman's vagina and then hold it up to her nose. Do you smell that? And I'm not joking, I'm very serious. People, I mean, we know what smells good and what doesn't smell good. And ladies, listen, men, don't go for that. there's a bad odor down there, you need to talk to this person about it. She notices, or if she doesn't notice, there's a problem. You know, more than likely, you know, she's trying to ignore it, but some things can only be exacerbated by ignoring. Like Tanine says, put your finger in there and then hold it up to her nose and say, do you smell that? Just hold it right up to her. Say, do you smell that? What is that? Do you smell that? I mean, listen, if you guys know of any other ways, if someone has ever had to tell you, you know what, I actually had to tell, I told a young lady in college once, because she, you know, I think she did have some sort of infection or something, because she was using all types of sprays and everything, and nothing worked. I had to speak to her about it about 2 times. Yeah, it might have been 2 or 3 times. But one thing that I said to her, ladies, because some of you might need to tell your girlfriend that, you know, there could be a problem down there. And I simply asked her, you know, I knew she wasn't on her cycle, but I said, are you on your period? And she was like, no, why? And I was like, because I smell something, right? And I was like, I just told her I smelled something. But what she ended up doing was spraying. She started spraying perfume on top of it. And then I had to come to her again and say something, and, you know, just ask her. You know, it was a tough conversation for me then, because I was young. I don't know if I might have still been a teenager. You know, I was in college, so I was somewhere between 19 and 20. And I had to tell her, I had to say, listen, are you on your period? And then I came to her and I was like, we had to do an intervention, you know, because everyone could smell it. Everyone. It was strong. You know, I don't think she was, and you know, the thing is, I think she was bathing. She was bathing a lot, but we didn't really understand infections back then. You know what? Let me get into the underwear part of the video. Okay, ladies, listen. Oh, goodness, listen. Listen, okay. Number 1, your vagina is a self-cleaning organ, and it has to breathe. Your vagina has to breathe. So there are, you know, you don't have to fear. There are very cute cotton underwear that you can get. Look at this. Looks like a sailor. look like Navy underwear. Very cute stripe. You know, you don't have to be afraid of cotton underwear. Cotton underwear is the best for your vagina, because cotton is a natural fabric, and your vagina will be able to breathe. Yellow polka dots, you know, there's so many cute ones. And if you're going to go for a non-synthetic one, or if you're going to go for a synthetic underwear, get something that your vagina can breathe in. Like this, as you see, is see-through. It's mesh. You see that? Can you see? See how see-through it is? Because I'm very conscientious about that. About getting, you have to have underwear in which your vagina can breathe. Okay, that's the most important thing, so that you don't throw off the bacteria. This right here is a synthetic pair of underwear. This is synthetic, but you don't keep them on all day long. You wear them for whatever reason it is that you wear them. Here's another pair of synthetic underwear, like polyester and other material. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like this is synthetic, and this is another mesh underwear. You know, you won't really find me with a lot of synthetic underwear, but I wanted to show you guys some examples. This is a cotton thong. And remember, ladies, when you have the thongs, don't keep them on all day long. If you need to wear them for an outfit in which you don't want to show panty lines, by all means put them on. But if panty lines are not a problem, then you can get some very cute tangas, like the ones that I just showed you. Those are some tangas. You can get those, and don't keep them on all day. Now we're going to talk about wiping, okay? Now, don't be embarrassed, because some of you may not know this. So I'm going to talk to you like a big sister. Here we go. All right. Now, ladies, you know that the anus and the vagina are very close to one another. So you have to make sure that after you defecate, that you don't pull any of the bacteria from your anal region into your vagina. So here, let me give me more space. Let me put the camera over here this way. Okay. So, oh, the camera's tilted. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. So, you take off enough to be able to wipe up whatever it is that you have going on at the moment. And if you defecate and urinate at the same time, you want to wipe up this way, up. Oh goodness, listen. We're sisters, so don't fret. You want to wipe up this way, and if you urinate, you want to wipe down. Okay? All right, you don't want to wipe up and pull any fecal matter into your vagina, because that type of bacteria will surely throw off the balance of your vagina, and you can get some infections down there, and then you get this whole smelly thing going on, and then it's just a problem. You have to go to the doctor. We don't want that. So offset that by wiping down. Get a new piece of tissue and then wipe down when you okay, so so just as a recap, and I'm going to end the video right now, minimize the use of tight jeans. You know, if you're going to wear your tight jeans, you know, take them off after a while. Don't keep them on for 14 or 15 hours. I mean, think about your vagina. Your vagina has to breathe. You have to let your pum pum woosah. Give it a break. You know, and thongs can be very irritating to your anal region, as well as being cramped up. I mean, look at this slingshot. Look at this slingshot. Even the cotton ones, you just have to be very careful. You know, you got this with this little tiny triangle over your whole entire region, and then with this elastic pulled up, and with this vagina, this thing wedged up against your vagina, you have to be very careful, because your vagina is all squished up in between there. You have to let your vagina, let your nanny breathe. Okay, be kind to your vagina. Oh, there's a spider. I don't know if you guys on Facebook saw. I don't know if I messed up that spider's home. That's why he's come out. But get away. You eat some of those mosquitoes. You're not doing your job. You're fired. Okay, listen. Okay, back to the video. Minimize the tight jeans. Wipe from front to back, and if there's anybody out there who doesn't know that, please pass this video along to them. Have your boyfriend wash his hands before he touches you down there. You know, you just make sure you just say, oh honey, go wash your hands. You know, I mean, I'm sure he'll understand. You don't want to put that stuff inside your body, doorknobs and keys, and people who've been tying their shoelaces, touching the shoes, and you don't want all of that in there. Ask him to wash his hands. Wash daily, use baby wipes, and change your pads. You know, when you're wearing, first of all, I don't advocate tampons. Do some research on that. Tampons are bleached. You know, I'm sure I heard that they have all natural tampons. Look into that. I don't personally use tampons because I prefer to have my area breathe and not all wedged up inside there. And I've heard that tampons have asbestos in them that make you bleed more, and I have noticed that when I use tampons I do bleed more. So listen, I'm gonna end this video right now, and I just want to recap. A vagina is not supposed to smell, and men, do not be afraid to let your women know, because listen, she knows. And ladies, don't do that to this man. Come on, get yourself together, ladies. Get yourself together. Don't be on top of your hygiene. It's for your own good. Some STDs cause sterility. You definitely need to know whether or not you have some sort of infection. And bacterial vaginosis does not itch. It just smells fishy. Sometimes the discharge is funny. Sometimes the discharge is very watery. Sometimes it's very thick. But ladies, be familiar with your bodies and stay on top of that. TonyaTko, give me a hug. Listen, I love you guys very much. Hug. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Ladies, I really need you to be on top of your game. You know, because you got so many men walking around here calling vagina fish, and vagina is not supposed to smell fishy. It's not. Vagina is supposed to smell like nothing. And you know what? Be familiar with what your vagina smells like on a good day. You know, and it'll fluctuate throughout your cycle, but it should never be malodorous ever for any reason. Anyways, make sure you subscribe to my videos here on YouTube. Come over to my Facebook channel, which is I'll put the links below, and then keep up with me on Twitter. And I guess that's pretty much about it. If you have any other questions, make sure you write to me. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a video about the best time to catch a man, so tune in for that. And this is TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace.